So this is what's gonna. This is the cartridge. So the casing. This is the bullet. This gray thing is gonna come out.
Yeah, that comes out.
Stays. You ever used a gun before?
No.
Okay. So this is a chamber flag. They go in to say the chamber is open. You pull that out.
You have a flag?
Now, this is a bolt action. So you push this forward to load, push it down. When you shoot, when you fire, you pick this back up, pull it back, it ejects the casing. Put another one in. This is a single shot, so only one shot can be loaded at a time.
I got a whole
You
bunch.
push it back,
How many?
put it down, you shoot again, pick up, pull back. Okay? This is your safety. Push forward is fire, push back is safe. See how I can't pull the trigger?
Yeah.
This little thing is a free trigger. Push the little thing to keep you there. Push it forward, and I can pull the trigger, okay? This has a sight. You want to put, it's a little circle, it's a peep sight. See it? You want to line this in the center of the hole on the target. Okay? So I'll hand this to you. I want to hold it like that. Pick it up, put it in your shoulder. Closer. No, not past me. You want to put it into your shoulder like this. And forward. You want to put it like this. So it goes back and it puts into your shoulder so it affects the rest of your body. Okay? So if you want to, I'll load your first cartridge. Okay. No. You want the booster seat now? Alright, there you go. Go ahead and sit on that. Better?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, go ahead and put that back into your shoulder. Got it?
Yep.
Now I'm going to load it. Keep your finger out of the trigger until you're ready to fire.
Okay.
Push this forward. Again, a bit harder. There you go, down. Okay, when you're ready to fire, keep it down range. Put your finger, put this on safe, push that forward. Good, take some oomph. Okay, when you're ready to fire, put the trigger in the trigger guard. Oh, nope. You have to make sure it's in your shoulder. Okay. Move this.
Should I do it?
So it's when you're ready. There you go. Good job. Ready? Okay, pick this up. Pull it back. There's your spent shell. Put that in. You don't have to shove it in, just put it in. Twist that in. So it's on the red. And shove that forward. Put it down. Okay, pick that back up to your shoulder. Get it lined up on the target. Okay, go ahead and shoot when ready. There you go. Bottom left below that red dot. Good job. Go ahead and open it back up. Put another one in. Oh. Shove that forward. Down. Put it up to your shoulder. Fire. There you go. Another one, go ahead.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It like moves.
It's the force of the it's the force of the bullet leaving the chamber. Now, there's that one over there, the one next to you, is you don't have to do this. You take, it has a magazine, a little casing.
Yep.
You drop it in, you put your bullets in, you put 10 of them in,
Yep.
and you can just pull the trigger, release, pull, release, pull, release.
Okay. I'll do this one more time.
So this was a bolt action.
Mhm.
Had fun?
Yeah.
Good. Hold it.
Now put
You
three
got it?
down.
Put this arm. This, are you left or right-handed?
There's one.
Right.
Right-handed?
Just
Yeah, hold it like
slide
this.
them in.
So you had it correctly the first time? No, first time you had it correct. Switch hands. This one goes back here. This one goes up here.
So there's the
Okay,
bullets
put
in the
that in
magazine.
this shoulder. You got it?
Magazine goes in the gun
No,
down
no.
here.
There you go, right there.
Okay.
In the shoulder.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
let you, do you wanna sit
I'm
on
gonna
the block?
load your first round.
And you wanna use this
You want to put the bolt
yeah.
forward?
So it's the same thing.
Okay,
Make
take this
sure
hand,
it's solid
push
on
this
your
forward.
shoulder.
Watch your thumb.
Okay. You wanna use
Take
the
this hand,
wrist?
this one. Push this forward.
Yeah, that-
Nope.
yeah.
This part.
And you're gonna do the same
Push
thing.
that down.
Target.
Push this
front
down.
side, rear side.
All the way.
And you're
See
gonna
how it's a
have
little groove in the
everything
wood?
in line.
There you go. Okay, when you're ready, flip this off towards the range. If you need help, I'll help you. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, pick it up to your shoulder. Aim for the target and pull the trigger when you're ready. Okay. You can see it through the sights. You want this in the middle of the hole.
So if you're ready, and remember, finger off the trigger.
Well, this is her first one, so.
Put the magazine in.
How'd that feel? You want to do it again?
See, now watch.
Okay, pick
The
this up.
difference here is, see that?
Take some oomph.
Now
Pull it
watch.
back.
So now you have a bullet in the
I'll
chamber,
load that one.
and it's ready to fire. So when you make sure that you have your
Gray.
target,
Gray.
then take it.
Goes that way.
You're ready
That's
to
the,
go.
that's the pull. You don't have to shove it in. Put that down. Put the, pick it up. It's already forward. Pick it up to your shoulder.
All you have to do is pull the
Get the
trigger.
prop. You want to see this in the middle of that on your target. Go ahead and shut it. You want me to hold it for you while you do it?
Fun, huh?
Go ahead and pick this up again. No, you gotta pick this up.
Can I try putting these in?
Yeah, we'll save those for the next person.
Pull back.
But you can
Put
see the
another one
way
in.
they go in. That should fit. It's-
Just put it in. You don't have to
Put them
shove it.
in like that.
It's good.
Push.
This will put it forward for you. Push this down.
So you're good to go. You're all set.
Pick
You
it up
did
to your
very
shoulder.
well.
Can we do both ones?
On target.
Oh, no, those guns aren't usable. They're just there for
Go ahead and
display.
fire. When ready.
Yeah.
Is that the same one?
No, the one just on the other side.
Same thing?
there's a larger,
One more.
Pick
this up.
Larger caliber. And the
Pull
other
back,
one
put
further
one in.
down is another 22, but it's just like this gun actually. It's a Ruger semi.
Just put it in. Just drop it.
Yeah, well, the farthest
See
one
how it
down
says
is
sits on the red thing?
same.
And just push this
Ruger.
forward now.
This one is
Drop
different. This is
Pick it up to your
bolt
shoulder.
action. If you just shot the bolt down here.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead and fire. Good job. All right. You did a wonderful job. All right. It's a bolt action. How to use that?
gonna be ready for noise, correct? It's gonna be noisy. You'll have these on your ears when you do
We
that.
take it.
And
See this groove?
You're going to try and anticipate just a little bit.
Push it in.
Align
Push it down.
the sights
Pull
on
it up.
the rifle
Pull back.
with the target. So
Every time you do that, you put a
align
new round in the
three
chamber.
things. Target, front sight,
It's very easy.
back sight.
For the
And
sights,
the way you look at this with your eye
you want to put this in the center of the hole.
these two sights on the gun.
Okay, guys, the range is hot. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and load it.
Okay.
This sight,
So if you want to take a first shot, just
if you're too high like this,
Try
you're
hitting the
going
target.
to shoot low. If you're too low like this, you're going to shoot high.
safety is
So
here.
your effort
I'm
is
pretty sure it's
these two line up, like so,
unsafe right now.
on the target.
So you want to pick this up? You got it?
Yeah.
Hold up to your shoulder.
We're actually gonna practice.
Now put it in.
So,
Put it in facing towards the back end. Yeah, you're good. Don't have to push it in.
now
Go to
you're
the
gonna
side. Push that
shoulder
forward. Push that
It's
down.
gonna be right solid
Flip
in
this
your
towards
shoulder.
that way.
This hand
Good.
is gonna come
All right,
forward.
raise up to your shoulder.
That's a good reach right
Get it
there.
in line.
And here
I'll get out of the way.
is gonna
And
grip.
pull the trigger when you're ready to fire. It's got double things you got to pull it.
This is your trigger finger.
Go ahead.
Let me move. What you wanna do is you wanna keep
How was
your
that?
finger outside.
Okay, remember safe direction. Undo the bolt,
Yeah, don't
push up,
you're in there till you're ready.
pull towards you. Put another one.
Keep it pointed.
You can use that. You want it?
Got it.
It's in there.
Do you have hearing protection?
So, now,
Yep, down.
Yeah.
your head down.
Uh-oh.
All right. Good job.
Sorry.
Use your
I
rest.
won't make you any more.
Nope. Once you fire, you already have that forward? Pull it up.
Oh, I'll bet.
Big guys.
Go.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead and pick that up. Pull it back. Okay, ready? Put another one in.
Let's try sitting, if not, we got a fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and sit here.
You lining up the feet sight and everything? Push forward. Down. Okay, how you lining this up? You see this in the hole?
We need some
What are you
space.
seeing through that?
We're gonna get a block. He's very nervous. Just a gun. Remember you shot the needle gun? Yeah.
Well, it's not, okay, it's not magnified. So, are you seeing the wood? Are you seeing the target? Are you seeing the cardboard? What are you seeing?
There you go, that's better.
Okay, when you see it all the way, pull the trigger. There you go. See that? Top right. See how it has a splotch next to the red? That's you.
The only dedicated airgun range in all of New England. Everybody else that has field target, they set up a temporary range, everybody sights in and we shoot our field target and then they have to break it down and, you know, put it away. But we get to shoot this shooting arcade every day that the range is open. So we have multiple types of air guns. We have springers or piston air guns, which means you are going to cock a lever, break open the barrel, and what that does is it compresses a spring and it creates air to push the pellet down the barrel. Then we also have a PCP rifle, which has an air tank. The air tank is that cylinder underneath the air barrel, and you need to have some sort of air supply in order to charge that up. That takes anywhere from 2,000 to 4,500 psi in order to shoot a PCP rifle. So with the Springer or break barrel, all you need are your muscles, and you can shoot all day. Or until you run out of pellets, whichever comes first. So, we have, where is he hiding? Leo Gonzalez, who is a World Field Target Federation shooter. Last year, Leo shot in the Worlds in South Africa, and he placed 3rd in the world in field target. The year before, he was in Italy, and he didn't do so well. He was only 10th in the world. But he's going to Arizona in November, and he'll be shooting on U.S. soil. So hopefully in November, he'll be bringing home some more trophies. So Cameron, we'll start with you today. So Cameron is going to demonstrate a PCP rifle. So he's opening up the breech. He's going to load a pellet. All of these guns that we're shooting with today are single shot guns. So you have to load a pellet every time you shoot. We only use pellets. BBs are not allowed anywhere on Rockville Fish and Game except in a shotgun shell down at Trap and Ski. There are no BBs up here, no BBs down on the rifle pistol, only down in Trap and Ski. So he's loaded the pellet. And just with any other firearm, always keep the barrel downrange. And he just rang the bell at 40 yards. So, Bill, demonstrate a break barrel.
Break barrel is a youth gun, something that you can pick up at even Walmart, Cabela's, anywhere. This is what we recommend to start with. Has iron sights, so everything is basic, but this is not a toy. This is a real gun, you know. So the way you could load this is you break the barrel, you cock it, you always hold on to the barrel in case the safety ever let go, and you got your fingers up here, that thing will flip back up, Not supposed to happen, but this way you know it will never happen. And then you'll take one pellet, round part down the barrels, open end towards you, load it in, close the barrel, take the safety off, and let it go. And there you go.
And this is a side lever springer, so he will be compressing the spring by pulling back the side lever.
And it opens up the loading port. When you do that, just load the pellet inside. Close it.
And we also have pistols here. So most of the pistols are PCP. They actually do have Springer pistols as well. Some you open up, some have a lever underneath. This is a PCP, so as long as I have air, I can shoot. Sometimes putting the pellet in is the most difficult part.
I think I need a better grip.
You need clear ones. Okay.
Into the groove, and then the target that you're going to shoot
Yeah, that's going to be hard to
top of that. Okay?
So get the range bearer, the distance that so you can see correctly, right? It should be blurry. You should have a good sight. Don't put your finger on the trigger until after you're good to go.
Safety's on, and you should be using your trigger
You should be able to see the whole entire crosshair.
No, you want to use your pointer. There you go. Safety's on. It's not going to fire.
Right. So we can move on to the next target. All right, let's try the frog over there, the yellow frog.
Okay. Okay, run over the top.
Just the
So next time aim a little lower.
focus. And that
So the way the sights
dead on.
is we have a little notch on the back
Very
here.
good
Put
technique.
the crosshairs right
Although you
inside
shouldn't
that
put safety
red
off until
circle.
you're fired your target.
So that way it's
Okay, so that hit, I think it hit the pig head behind the boots.
You see, okay, Barry? Like
It's a
again,
little hard.
well, make sure you get your sight right though. It shouldn't be blurry, right? You should be able to find out.
Yeah,
after you use it. Back and
What you want to do is you always want to give it a little rock to break open, and then you'll be able to pull it. Keep your finger off the trigger on this one, because this gun has a very light trigger. So it's going to go off if you put your finger on it before you...
Shots are hit the valve, but let someone else shoot, because we can come and shoot anytime, Barry.
So you don't need to put it that close to your face.
Time is...
You got one of the ducks, didn't you?
I think so.
They fall down and they come back up. Good job.
Push this down with a whole lot of force.
The hardest thing about
You gotta put this in up here in this little hole.
I had a Blockbuster scope on it, which is a real
And
scope.
put the barrel back,
And you had to get
and then you're ready to fire.
the scope was over it, and it just so just keep your finger out straight until you're ready to push the trigger. When you are, let me know, and then I'll
Hit it. I think.
You hit metal,
Yeah, I was aiming
you definitely hit steel.
for that. Yeah.
That was easy.
Hey, hit the moose.
I will just go.
A little higher. See the? So I think that was you. So I would just go up that much.
I see the bottle.
Dead center.
My son gave me plastic bottles.
Oh, yay!
We got Doug and we got Paul here. There's 2 ponds on the property for members that can fish. You buy a ticket and then you're able to fish both of the ponds. This is the lower pond, and there's an upper pond that's just up a trail over there. It's stocked every year for the members to fish with brook trout, rainbow trout, and brown trout throughout the year. We have a kids fishing derby that we have for the members every year, and also the scouts will participate in that. And the type of fishing that we do on these ponds is either bait fishing, which we mostly do at the derby, and that's when you're using a setup like this where you have a bobber, a weight, and then the hook where you put your bait on there, the worm or whatever, and cast it out, and they just sit and wait. We also do, you can do spin casting on these ponds where you're casting out a lure. On these ponds it has to be a single hook. A lot of lures you buy have a treble hook, but we practice a lot of catch and release here. And then there's also fly fishing, which Paul will talk about more. He has a fly tie-in setup over there that we also do in the fall and the winter here up at the main clubhouse. We have a fly tying group where it's kind of like it's like an art and a craft type of thing mixed in, but you create the lures and you're able to catch fish on something that you created yourself, which is a lot of fun. We have some rods set up here that we can practice casting with. We can work with you on if you want to cast, and Paul's going to talk next. He has some fly rods set up, so if you want to see him casting, we'll do some demo, and if you actually want to try one, he has a rod that you can try to cast a fly rod, which is a lot of fun as well.
This is generally a setup for tying a fly or creating these flies. We have a group to get together once a month. Usually we run it through October through the spring. Usually break off in May, I think. Yep. We get together once a month. Most of the guys there have been tying for a while, but we do have a lot of new guys that will come in just to get into it, see what we're doing. We always have extra vices set up, so if you ever want to come up and try learning how to tie a fly, that's why we do it. We just do it for fun, and usually what you're doing when you're making flies is you're making all your flies in the winter, and then you go out in the spring and summer and lose them all. So then you got to go make more. So generally that's why we get together once a month. It's a very social experience, a lot of fun. And it's a skill, and you get better at it as you go. So what we've done is we put a couple of flies out. These are, if you see some of these really small ones, we're going to walk over there and we're going to actually throw the fly rods so you can see how the cast works, because it's very different from regular fishing. So if you guys want to try a regular rod, if you've never fished before, you want to throw a regular rod, they're set up over here. We're going to let you guys walk over there. And if you've seen fly fishing or you heard of it and you want to see it work and you want to try it, we're going to go over there and we're going to try it over there. All right? Any questions on the actual pond rules and what you can do and what's available to us here, you're going to talk to Doug. Doug is the details guy. All right?
How much does a pond ticket cost now?
$30 for an adult, $15 for a youth. So 17.
How long is the season?
From opening day, which is in April, till ice.
Or December 31st.
So we put how many fish in this year?
690 fish.
So of all quality size, a beautiful trout. And besides,
that was good too. We had one.
Yeah,
nice.
on
the heron thinks so too.
on fishing derby day, a member made a donation for 2 breeder trout, so they're like this big. They're 4-pounders.
With this setup, we're throwing flies that weigh almost nothing. I mean, they're definitely heavier than the air, but they're almost nothing. So it's just a little bit of a very small hook and some feathers. So they're super, super light. And why we want to do that is what's hatching in the water, especially on the river, the bugs that are coming out of the water, the bugs that crawl to the bottom, they're this size. So this is 90% of a trout's diet is bugs this big. So we're trying to imitate that. And so to imitate that, we tie them on these little tiny flies. And to get this fly to go to the middle of the pond, if we were going to use a rod like that, we'd have to put a big long stretch of line and a bunch of weight, and hopefully it floats at the other end. But these are floating lines, and these float, so we can use the weight of the line to throw the fly out. So, when you take those spin cast rods that we have over there, and you put that weight on it and you chuck it, it's the weight that carries it forward, right? But if, on this one, see how that fly just kind of drifts down? So the fly weighs almost, it just weighs a little bit more than this. So we need the line to take that out there. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to put that loop in the line, and then we're going to send that line, or send that loop down the line, and the fly is going to follow. Right? So he's going to go out there. So that little tiny fly that we just threw out there, there's no way we could get it out there any other way and still get it to float like it's doing right now. All right? So it looks simple, and it is simple, really. But the idea is to get the line in the air, put a loop in it, and then send the loop out there. All right? Looks simple, right? Who wants to try? You ready? Come on. Here, but I want you to see it go behind you and figure out how long it's going to take for that.
Well, I think the only change I saw
I usually leave it down like that.
So it's not this, and then I'm going to give you this rock. It's not this. All right, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It can be a
All right, come on.
I like the lake house guys, so I'm not sure about
So
fishing.
you're going to hold the line in your other hand. Yep. Now that rod is going to move that line really, really easy. So the rod is going to move the line really, really easy. That way. So you can go gentle, and it's still going to do everything that you want it to do. Yeah, there you go. See that? See the pause? There you go. We got a fly fisherman here. Beautiful. All right? Now, let it go a little behind you, and we'll wait a little bit longer. So go. Good. Good. Good enough to catch fish, right? There you go. So I'll try it again. This time I'm going to bring it back down. Just wait a little bit longer, and then come forward. But don't do this. Don't bring your hand forward like that. Stop. So this is the motion right here. Okay? Not this. Okay? And then that will take that loop and throw it out there behind you. But you're right there. That's good.
Nice.
Nice job, dude. Double. Yeah. It does get funky after a while. Put it behind you. Yeah. Do the same thing. Let's go behind you. Just take some of the slack off. So this part, the whole reel and the rod, that's the same as the one. But getting that line, we do that. That loop and forward thing, that's the big. There's no hook out there.
Take practice. The more you do it, the better you'll get.
All right, try that.
Well, when you're fishing with worms, yes.
Yeah, that's the whole.
It's like
the motion is
yeah.
the motion is to come forward and stop abruptly. That's blind wants to go.
Yeah. It's got better though.
Same thing. We're gonna bring it back. Let it sit. Let it sit behind you. Let it sit in front. And you don't need a ton of power to make that line move. There you go. There you go. Nice straight line, right in line with your arm and your shoulder. Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
There you
That was
go.
out there.
You get over the water,
Send that loop up.
right?
Good job.
You get to about here.
Yeah.
That way you might
Just pull it out. It should come out. Now, watch your front cast, right? So don't drop, if you can, don't drop that rod down. Keep that rod down this way. So think about it like this. Stick. Piece of string on the end of a stick. There you go. Do it too long with the same thing. Get it, so let's take some slack out. Now here's the beauty of fly fishing, right? You don't have to do that. You just go like this. So when the rocks go out, that's how you do it. Just like that. Nice and straight, right over your shoulder. There we go. Good job, Tony. Hey, good. Yeah. So it's just a matter of line control and timing, and it's a simple concept of practice. So the practice is making you stop and making you pause. Here you go. Oh, yes, you got one.
That's where the drag set.
No, I know you.
That line doesn't come out. You want the drag set like that. That's okay.
Let it drop. It hits in the whatever. It's okay. see how you did.
Well, the kids derby is in the springtime and the weather's cooler and the water's cooler, so it's more active in cool water.
So see how you're going up and down? You want to go sideways. Yeah. Turn your body a little bit. Yep. That way you can see both now. There we go. Oh, you can see that. This is breaking bubbles. So not doing this. It's not making a big half.
Yeah.
Circle, right?
Better.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Now slow down a little bit. Put a little pause in it. Do that again.
Let go of the button.
Yep. Wait. Just a little longer. Yep. Until you can see the line, then move it again. There you go. Right? Good. Bring your arm in a little bit. See how your arm is out like this? Good. Your arm is out like that. Bring your arm, bend your arm over. Bring your arm in a little bit. There you go. Turn that rod. Yeah. Just hang. Try to do it more with one hand than the other. If you need a little help, you can help it with the other hand, but you want to grip it with that. Okay. Huh?
Here, keep it like, keep it.
So there you go. Now, we're going to take your left hand, we're going to give yourself a little bit more line. And do that again. Just what you did in this line. Watch what happens. See how it turns out? So the weight of the line is the way everything's going to move. So cut your big arc down to that nice straight line that you were doing before. And there you go. See how far around that time? Look at that. So it's up. Yeah, so it's not power. It's all timing and finesse. Alright, good job. I'm going to read this right here and you can read this on this one. Let me take that one from you so we don't whip anybody while we're at it.
Well, no, because you have too much weight on here. If I take it,
we're going to leave it out like that.
There you go.
Yeah, that.
So the more you do it, the more you do it.
And you can drop that line, you can drop your right hand. Yeah?
But, yeah.
So you don't have to have that hand up there. With you can drop that hand. And the rod's still going to do all of this by itself. So what you're doing right now is getting there, right? But you're doing this. You're way too far back.
I'm waiting to whip it.
You want that.
So we're going to go through some quick safety measures. Like a lot of the other venues you've been to, we want to be safe first, right? So if you've ever got an arrow knocked, you want to make sure that everything's pointed downrange. You don't want to be turning around with it. The other important thing that you don't want to do is dry fire the bow, which means pulling it back without an arrow in it and letting it go. That can physically damage the bow and make it not usable. So when we knock an arrow, you'll see that there's 3 feathers on there. 2 are usually of the same color, and then there's one that's different. We call that the odd feather. That odd feather wants to be facing towards you or away from the bow. And there's a little metal knock on here. We want to get that thing seated on there. We've got the rest over here. We want the arrow to sit on the rest. And we want to use 3 fingers. We're going to put 1 above the arrow, 2 below. We're going to draw back. Use the sight on the bow. When you're ready to release, you just open your hand. Okay? Yeah, shot all day. Also, some people's elbows are double jointed and they kind of go in. You want to make sure that you put a little bend in your elbow so that the string won't hit your forearm, because that can leave a nice big raspberry there and it's not tickle. Oh yeah, and then I just want to let you know that we've got some construction that we're going to be doing soon, so there's the string here, so just be careful. And also these things are just put into the hole, so they're a little flimsy. You got a question?
What's that tower for?
That tower is to mimic if you're hunting from a tree stand. It's an elevated position. A lot of people, when they're bow hunting, they'll do it from a tree stand. So it does change some of your dynamics of shooting. So that's something that we practice with. Right. So after we shoot our arrows, and we're going to wait until everybody's done, and then we're going to make the range cold and say clear, and then we can slowly walk out there, not run.
No running.
There'll be some arrows possibly in the ground. You don't want to stick that in your foot. So why don't we get 4 people up, and we'll start shooting.
Just hold it up. Straight out.
Have you ever used one of these?
There you go. Now just sort of like that, okay? That's what you're going to do. I'll be able to hold it up for you though, okay? So now I'm going to have you swell back. When we pull back, don't let go.
So we're going to take
Pull
it
it
by
back
the end.
forward, okay?
Got that one?
Can you pull it back?
Slide it up here.
Right,
That end faces that way. Better come up here, right?
okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You hold.
Good. Then we get the end. Ready?
That's what's going to happen.
Alright,
We'll go with your brother. We'll go.
Okay.
All right, ready? Hand up there.
That was a little bit away.
That out. Good. Go back. There you go.
All right.
Find your target.
Go right up here, brother.
Square up with it.
And you're trying to put this on the target, right?
Range scope, you come and grab it first, and then you come back and start with it. Almost that thing, okay?
Yeah,
Have you ever
yeah,
done
it's
so?
all wrong.
That was very destroying.
No?
Pretty good. You get that arrow all the way down the wood. Pretty good. First shot, you got it all pulled down.
Yeah, it's like this horror game. I actually shot, and
Good job, buddy.
if I did, I would definitely take it home to eat. Even if it was something in there. It really depends. The most popular scary thing in horror games is probably the thing where like the guys are being hung from the neck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How are you? I forgot that I met you. Yeah. Wait, we're in there? Where's this go? Mine? Woo!
Nice job. High five.
Thank you.
Good job.
Have a nice day. And if you're in survival, then you need bows. You can collect those by skeletons. You need to attack them.
Okay.
I know nothing about Minecraft.
But one thing for sure, is when you get started very easy, then skip and be on creative and so that you can get what you need. And then
So
go
what'd
to
you think?
survival.
I know it's hard. There's a lot that you got to coordinate.
If I can have everybody's attention, my name is Mark Schmidt, and I would like to welcome you all to Rockville Fish and Game's Trap and Skeet venue. This venue is a little bit different from the other venues that you visited earlier today. So if you were to go to the rifle range, the pistol range, you would actually have to go there as a member or a guest of a member. While we are not open to the general public here, you can come down and shoot as a non-member. You are just a guest of the person that's running the register or behind the counter that day. So there are opportunities to come down here and shoot. Most of us really enjoy seeing new shooters down here and are generally more than happy to go out there and help you out, train, answer questions. Even once we gauge your experience, let you borrow shotguns to try different types of shotguns. In fact, that's probably the best way to go out and get a shotgun. You know, a lot of people will get started and they'll just go run right out and grab a shotgun that's on sale and it doesn't fit and it smacks them a little bit and they get disgusted with this. So the best thing to do is come down, talk to people, try things, get some advice. A little bit about safety. Anything behind this fence here, this is our safe area. There's no protective eyewear required back here, and there's no ear protection required back here. But that is to say, anybody that chooses to wear ear protection. As you can hear, it gets rather loud. Please feel free to do so. If you don't have ear protection and decide you would like some, please reach out to anybody on staff and we'll get you ears right away. All right? With that, any questions so far about what you've done earlier today, or questions about what we're ready to do down here?
Mark. Down here.
Yes, yes, young man.
Are the guns as loud as the earlier?
I'm sorry. Are the guns?
Are the guns that we needed earbuds and stuff?
Well, you hear them shooting over there. That's as loud as they get. And down here, we're just going to demonstrate. All right, so you're not going to have an opportunity. These guns are a lot bigger, a lot heavier. A lot of your trap guns weigh somewhere between 6 and 9 pounds. So they're pretty heavy for somebody your size. But in a few years, absolutely. Yep. Any other questions? That's a good question. Yes, sir. If you're here with a parent that has the gun or what have you, as long as you're able to safely handle the firearm. So I have seen 6, 7-year-old young men that were quite able to handle a firearm safely, and I've seen 12-year-olds that shouldn't touch a gun. So that's really up to the parent and the RSOs on the range. If we see somebody that doesn't look like they're handling the gun safely, we're going to speak to mom and dad right away, because we're all about safety. Good questions. Anybody else? All right, then let me turn this. Actually, let me tell you. Were you guys going to tell them where trap came from? Let me tell you a quick story. So the venue's called Trap and Ski. These houses in the middle, the little low ones, are called trap houses. So way back in England, a long time ago, they would catch pigeons. And they would take those pigeons, and they had tall top hats at the time. They would put the pigeon underneath the top hat. They'd tie a string to that top hat. And when the shooter would get back on the line, his second would pull that string. So it's called trap because the bird was trapped. And when the shooter would yell pull, the hat would flip over, the pigeon would fly, and they'd shoot the pigeon. So that's kind of where the game came about. Today we use a clay bird. It's all biodegradable, and yeah, there's truckloads after truckloads of clay out there now. All right, let me turn this over then to Marv and Jim.
While he's talking about trap, the other venue that we're going to have here, I believe on this field 3, is skeet. And it's a little bit different. Trap, basically you've got birds going more or less straight away from you. Skeet, you've got birds that may be going, you've got 8 positions. And you're basically in a semicircle. And you may have shots that are basically coming towards you, going away. And then you may have some that are at a wide angle, going like, 45 or 90 degrees from where you are. And that was basically developed. That was nice. Skeet was something that individuals, before they went out hunting, it was a good way during the summer when there wasn't hunting season going on for them to, sharpen their skills. So that's where they came about, I think early in the 1900s. What we have here today, we got 4 individuals. We have a shooting team. It's a Scholastic Clay Target Program team. And we've got 4 individuals, about 18,000 kids in the U.S. that are part of the Scholastic Clay Target Program. And it is really one of several programs dealing with shotgun shooting. Minnesota has a championship every year. They have approximately 8,000 kids. They've never had an accident, and the reason is because we go over safety each and every day. And every time before we shoot, we'll have a couple minutes devoted just to, okay, what safety things do we need to be aware of? And today we have 4 kids with us. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name's Sarah Daigle. I've been shooting for 4 years now, 3 years SVD. Trap.
Hello, my name is Evan. I've been shooting for about 6 months now. Hello, my name is Tyler, and I've been shooting for about 7 months now.
My name is Trent. I've been shooting for a couple of months now.
Give me the first and most important safety rule.
Keep the barrel in a safe direction.
What's the barrel?
The muzzle.
The muzzle.
The business end, right?
Yep.
Where everything comes
Yep.
out.
Before each time we shoot, we go through and we ask these questions. And, you know, what are the 4 main things? You just mentioned keep the barrel pointed in a safe direction. It's safe for us here because whenever anybody's out there shooting, the barrel is always going to be pointed in a direction downrange. Okay?
Give me number 2.
The number 2 rule is always keep your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot.
Give me number 3.
Keep your action open when you're not ready.
Keep the action open and then the gun's unloaded. It's unloaded until you're ready on a position. In skeet, like I said, there's 8 different positions. You don't load the gun until you're on the stand ready to shoot. Same way with shotgun. There are 5 positions. You don't load the gun until everybody is at the line and, you know, they're ready to shoot. You can load your gun, but you're there waiting for your turn to shoot. And again, I should be able to, there's the guns over here. You see guns racked. You should be able to pick up any of those guns and they should be unloaded. There's been an error that's been made if there's any ammo or anything in it. That should never, ever, ever, ever happen. And one of the things, shooting like what we're doing is really one of the safest sports. And the reason being is we keep emphasizing safety all the time. And there's like, yeah, go ahead.
No, bless you.
Yep. There's like a layer. Okay, the first thing is, you know, you keep the muzzle pointed in a safe direction. If it's loaded, if you got your finger on the trigger, which it shouldn't be, and you hit the trigger and it goes on, but it's in a safe direction, is anybody going to get hurt? Okay. If it's unloaded and I don't control the muzzle and it's pointed towards somebody, but it's unloaded, it can't fire. Again, there's layer upon layer upon layer. So the first one is muzzle control. The second one is unloaded and action open, where people could see that it's actually unloaded. What's another one?
Eyes and ears when you're on the field.
Right. We're always going to have eye protection and hearing protection.
Beyond this boundary line, the boundary line should be the wooden fence.
Yep. What's the other one?
You, sir. Safety.
Finger off the trigger.
Finger off the trigger, unloaded, muzzle control, and eyes and ears. Every time we shoot, we make sure that we have that. We get ready to go shoot trap. First thing, you know, this person in station 1 is supposed to make sure that everybody has their eyes and ears and everybody's ready. You ask that question. What we're going to do is, I think 2 kids are going to shoot trap and 2 kids are going to shoot skeet. And we'll explain, I think we'll divide into 2 groups and we'll explain as they're shooting, you know, kind of what they're doing and what they need to be concerned about. Are there any questions? Okay,
I have something to add. We're going to have one of the parents and another coach shoot trap with his 2 boys. Coach Tim shoot skeet with the other 2.
Okay. And the other thing is, when kids are out shooting, we've always got a coach there. Myself, Jim, Tim, Adam, whose 2 boys are here. We've all taken online courses dealing with, you know, coaching and safety, and then also the Play Target program. You have like a 1-day seminar where you go in and you discuss safety and shooting. So, you know, everybody understands how to coach and what the safety requirements are. Any other questions?
One other thing too, which should point out, there is a background check done on all the coaches.
Right.
There's for the children. Again, safety for your kids' safety as well. So that's something that's important.
symbols. Any adult that wants to shoot as well, one-on-one with that adult if they've never shot. The youth are all free. If you $25 to cover the 2 rounds. That's just to cover the
okay.
Yeah. So all these comes free in the adult.
Give them the option.
Here, take these and see if anybody else wants one and see if they want to switch. And
Thank you.
That's it.
There we go. Another last shot over here. One comes out and it's not. Watch. Watch those guys when you shoot.
What about the middle one?
No.
Anybody have any questions?
bird. It came out broken already. It's